that delay there. There's something wrong with this quest, but I was able to figure it out. You have to stand back on the steps far enough back for some reason. I should be able to go up to the door and do it, but it's not letting me. So once I stood back far enough, I saw it pop up where it said I could touch it, and then it worked. So, hallelujah. Okay, so we're back to working on that same quest. The only thing that I didn't start recording before I opened the door. Sorry about that, folks. But I was still at the same spot, so no harm, no foul. Well, I should be able to break through again, right?
Does not think so. Iberia here seems much stronger, and she senses.
Hey there, Mr. Reddit here. Welcome back to another episode of r/entitled Parent Stories. Our first story we'll be reading today. Karen ignored me her whole life, and now she's demanding I pay for her college tuition. After that, Karen tries to steal solar panels, and her entitled kid decides to attack me for no reason. And after that, I just got fired. Now for every thumbs up this video gets, one Karen has to eat a peanut butter and banana sandwich. Ooh, that sounds good. Without any milk. Oh, there's always a catch. So please hit that like button and subscribe and turn on notifications for new stories from Reddit every single day. Karen ignored me her whole life, and now she's demanding I pay for her college tuition. I got pregnant with my daughter, Emma, at 18. I lived at home and was going to college and working. When I got pregnant, my parents kicked me out and I had to move in with my ex. I dropped out of school and quit my job to take care of Emma because my ex told me that he would support me. When I was 22, he was 24, he graduated law school. He told me I had to move out because he wanted to find a wife. My parents had forgiven me, so I moved back in with them. We didn't have a court order, but we split custody pretty much 25-75, with me having more time. When Emma was 6, he married his now wife. She couldn't have any more kids and wanted Emma and her daughter to be sisters. Over the next 3 years, Emma spent less and less time with me. She'd throw a fit if I tried to pick her up. They gave her things I couldn't. When she was 8, she told me that she hated me. I never blamed her for the lies her father put in her head, because even though I lived at home, I was in college and working and did my best to provide for her, but obviously they could do more. They took me to court when she was 10, and surprise, the lawyer and his doctor wife with their $1 million home beat me in court.
Alright, what's
They
next?
painted me out to be this horrible marriage, and Emma backed them up. They got primary custody, and I got visitation, but Emma refused to see me. I gave her money and gifts, but she didn't want me in her life. When I was 30, I met my husband. He is the most amazing man I have ever met. He's seen me struggle with this and has been very supportive. He has a daughter Emma's age and a son who's 5 years younger. They had lost their mom and were very welcoming and loving. They treated me like their mom. Emma made zero efforts to get to know my husband and stepkids. Emma and stepdaughter just graduated high school this past May, and my parents also recently passed and gave me their estate since I am an only child. I have decided to pay for my stepdaughter's entire college tuition and buy her a car and pay for an apartment. Emma contacted me a week ago and told me she missed me and wanted to see me.
So,
This
what do
shocked
we
me,
do?
seeing as we haven't talked in a year. We met up, and she told me that she heard my parents had passed and asked if she could have some money to pay for college. I was shocked and said, well, what about your dad and his wife? She said, my mom and dad want me to pay for this on my own, to teach me responsibility.
Which of us should stay
and I
behind?
believe I am entitled to money, seeing as you ruined my life. I was very hurt, and I told her, after years of ignoring me and telling me that I'm not your mother,
Let's go,
you
girl.
demand money from me? I am not your
Don't
wallet.
make me purr.
My husband is telling me what I did was right, but my ex is telling me that I'm a real jerk, and I owe this to her. My stepdaughter feels bad and offered her college money, because my daughter and her friends have been harassing her. I said, absolutely not. That is your money. Am I the jerk for not giving my daughter money after ignoring me her whole life? What do you think? Should OP pay for her daughter's college or not? Please let us know. Oh, I can't wait to read these comments. Karen tries to steal a solar panel, and her entitled brat decides to attack me for no reason. You know, I've been lucky with not encountering Karens up until recently. Honestly, I thought the internet over-exaggerated about these crazy entitled people.
Wow.
I came to the sad truth. These people do exist, and my faith in humanity dropped just a tad more. And just a little more as I'm typing this, coming to the realization that some of these people are raising the next generation.
Is that it?
Anyways, I work in the solar industry, mainly residential, as a service technician. Whenever something goes wrong with the solar PV system, I'm the guy they send out to fix it. I've been doing this long enough to have the knowledge and skills to complete an entire installation by myself, with roof pitch and module count within reason.
I'm with you.
Anyways, I went out with one of the crews for an installation as they were short a few guys. So myself and 2 other technicians I work with volunteered to help them out. Seemed like a pretty standard job. 40 plus panels, not a steep roof. Okay, we should be in and out, time permitting, we're finished, and back in the shop by 4 to 5 p.m. So we arrive at the house in what looked to be a pretty rich neighborhood. Homeowner greeted us and even offered to grab us all breakfast. It was a good day so far. So we set up an exclusion zone to prevent anyone from coming too close to the house, as equipment,
Thank you.
tools, etc.
I think
will
we've
fall off
contained
the
the
roof.
drone.
I'm on the ground,
Drone
working on
opera.
building the electrical portion of the system. I've got my music playing. All is good. I've got myself in a good rhythm. I then noticed a kid. He could have been no older than 7. Darted past the red tape we had put up.
Oh, shucks. Oh. Thank you, girl. Just doing my job. Wait a minute. What are you talking about? So, I'm a moon herald? I mean, I like to moon people, but that doesn't mean I'm a moon herald. The Moonlit Clearing. Okay, well, I'll go there as soon as I can. Kitty Cat has sent me on a trip. She should have shared her 420 with me. Or, wait a minute. She has just catnip. Never mind.
And head towards a ladder to the roof and try to start playing on it. Like a human being with common sense, I ran over and told the kid he couldn't play on this, and that red tape was up so he couldn't get hurt. And the moment you've all been waiting for, Karen
shows up.
Man, she had it all. The haircut, the glasses, and she had the worst spray tan I've personally ever seen. It's summer, people. Just go out and get some sun. Karen, don't talk to my son like that. He just wants to play with your tools. Me, ma'am, I can't allow him to play with our tools. I also can't have him or yourself pass that red tape. We put it up for your safety. Oh, he'll be fine. Just tell your workers not to drop anything. Me, who had just lost a couple of brain cells from her response. I can tell them not to drop anything all day, but that doesn't exclude the fact accidents happen, and we cannot risk anyone who is a non-worker being hurt. Now please leave. This is an active work site. Karen, I can do as I please, and so can my son. We're friends with these people, and they let my son play in their yard. You should take a better direction at talking to potential customers, you know. Me, ma'am, until I have site plans for an installation on your house, how I speak to you is not a concern I have. If I sound cross, I apologize, but I have now told you twice that I cannot have you pass that red tape. So I'm asking once again, Please take your son and leave before either of you get hurt. This is an active work site. She grabbed her kid's arms and stormed off, while also tearing off a piece of the exclusion zone tape and storming over to her house 2 doors down. I stood by our trailer to take a deep breather and began chain smoking. I try not to get stressed out so much, being my job is already stressful as it is, but I had zero patience for people with no common sense, especially if they're a parent. A little while later, panels are prepped, roof is based out. For anyone who knows about solar installations, we used a rackless system instead of actual rails. We're now just finishing up the electrical before placing the panels into position. I'm running between the basement and the outside area. I get back to outside, punching in some wires, when I hear one of the guys yelling from the roof, "Hey kid, what are you doing?" That immediately caught my attention, as I thought the little kid had run past the exclusion zone tape once again. But my eyes caught a guy running down the road with a solar panel in tow. He thankfully wasn't very fast because he was holding the panel. I darted over to this kid with one of our solar panels and attempted to rip it away from him, while simultaneously trying not to let it hit the ground. I was able to get my hands on it, but this kid actually put up a fight and tossed the solar panel that put me in an awkward position, and he landed a hit to my chest. Not gonna lie, it did knock the wind out of me a little. But I went into full self-defense mode. The kid wanted to take another shot at me since I didn't completely go down. I immediately put him on the ground without throwing any punches. I didn't know how old this kid was, and I didn't want to get him in trouble for fighting him, but I wasn't about to let this guy continue to hit me. I'm thankful I have a little background in amateur MMA and a police officer dad and older brother who have taught me stuff over the years. So I had this guy down on the ground, and out comes Karen running, screaming like a banshee. The typical, "I'm calling the cops," and "You just assaulted my son." I really asked myself if this was happening. Me. Your son was stealing a solar panel, and he hit me in the chest. I had to defend myself. Karen. I told him to grab the solar panel. My neighbor said I could take one and try it out and see how I like it. At this point, my guys are at my aid, and I tell them to call the cops and keep Karen away from me. As we wait for the cops to show up, this orange-skinned lunatic is ranting how she's going to sue all of us and blah blah blah. Cops arrived about 10 minutes later. I removed myself from the kid, and the cops split us all up to take our statements and such. Karen went with her story about how her neighbor said she could borrow a solar panel and try it out. Now, even if he did say that, which he didn't, you can't just let someone take a solar panel because they still belong to the company. Most people who buy solar finance the panels and pay them off over the course of the next couple of years. Works a lot like financing a car. It gets to the point where the cop asks if I want to press charges for the assault. The guy whose house we were installing had a security camera system and caught the incident all on tape, so I gladly say yes. No idea when the court proceedings are going to be taking place. I honestly just want this over and to be done with. Edit. Just to clear up some questions in the comments, found out the dude who attacked me was actually 18, so charges are being filed against him. The homeowner was present during most of the ordeal, and he told us he's never talked to that lady in his life. And I have no idea what Karen's intentions were with the solar panel. If she planned to just slap it on her house, she's as stupid as she is entitled.
I'm Wilson. I write books on the supernatural. I'll be visiting some of the most haunted places.
I just got fired. So this afternoon, I head off to Old Blue to do a little grocery shopping. Over the past couple of months, they have been redoing the store. Stripped the floors, new paint, moved almost everything. So as I look for what I need, I run into a coworker that also works weekends at Old Blue. We chat for a while, and I asked him where they moved a few things to. So I take off to the aisle I need and run into another coworker, B, fresh from church, important later. We chat too, then I go to the next aisle. On that aisle, in all her 5'0", 250 plus, short blonde hair, black roots glory is, wait for it, a Karen. With my history with Karens here, I wanted to avoid her like the plague. However, she was right where I needed to be, and I was in red, so I thought surely I'll be okay. But no. Karen. Excuse me, sir. Me. Oh no. Karen. Do you know where the boxes of brown sugar are? Me. I see the bags right here, but I don't see any boxes. Sorry. Can you look in the bag? I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't work here. Yes, you do. I saw you talking to other employee and the manager. Manager? I think to myself. Then I realized my buddy who had just left church looked like a manager. Me. Sorry, ma'am. I don't work here. I know them, and I was just talking to them. Karen, can you just go look in the back? Sorry, ma'am. I can't. I do not work here. My buddy comes around the corner. Karen, your worker is rude. He won't go look in the back for boxes of brown sugar. My buddy being quick on his feet. Oh, is he now? Karen, yes. Buddy, OP, why won't you help this lady? Me, it's my day off, and I ain't doing a darn thing. How dare you talk to me like that? I don't care if you are off or not. If a customer asks you to do something, you do it. Me, if I ain't getting paid, I ain't doing nothing. And we start going back and forth for a good 5 minutes, making sure to be disrespectful as possible to my manager. Until our other buddy who does work here comes up. The whole time, Karen has this grin on her face. Buddy, associate, walk OP out. He doesn't work here. Winky. Associate, what? Buddy, OP does not work here. Please walk him out. Associate catches on. Let's go. Me. But nothing. Go. You don't work here. I hear Karen giggle. Then, as we walk away, I hear her talking to Buddy about how no one wants to work these days. So I yell at the top of my lungs, "Thanks, Karen!" And I say to Karen, "Hope you're happy, Karen. Go forgive yourself." Then I tell Associate the entire story, and he just busts out laughing as we head to the front. I wait in a chair by the pharmacy until I see Karen check out, and then go finish my shopping. Now we got a story to tell everyone at work tomorrow. The most fun I've ever had at Old Blue. Update. Texted my buddy and asked what happened after I left. He said she thanked him, badmouthed me some more, then asked him to look in the back for the boxes of brown sugar. He said, "Sure thing, ma'am," then just left her there. Update 2. My buddy that works at Old Blue called me after he got off. Apparently, when I thought Karen checked out, she went to customer service and got into it with the actual manager. She inquired why the nice manager that started helping her vanished. When he told her, she must be confused because he was the only male manager on duty. Apparently she got mad, called him some names. She was promptly removed from the store by security, which in this store has zero tolerance as they deal with a lot of bad customers, mainly shoplifters and homeless people that try to camp in the store and hassle customers for money. Note, this is the third I don't work here lady at this same store in the past 2.5 years. If my friends wouldn't have showed up, I would have probably handled them like I did my second time. But Buddy 1 decided to have some fun, so I played along, and right or wrong, enjoyed every minute after that point. Entitled Old Man asks me to help with a box, calls security when I refuse. This happened a while back. A little background. I'm a big guy, 6'6", 280, 9% body fat. I wear boots and leather, long hair, goatee, tattoos all over, the works. Even when I am sitting on my bike, I'm taller than most people I know. I often get mistaken for some motorbike gangster, although I'm not. I'm a veterinarian. I know I look like I can tighten truck tires by hand, but I handle newborn kittens every day.
Someone told me I might be something called the Moon Hollow.
And she adores me. She has a daughter who's 7, which I gladly adopted. And Big Guy Jr. is on his way due October. Now that you have a visual, let's get to the story.
Well, is there any way to find out if I'm the Moon Hollow? Okay. Guess I'm ready. Amla sikala humla. Oh, come on, pray, damn it. Ow! Ugh, almost squashed my fucking finger. Sure about that? Well, I didn't figure it was. I mean, Jesus' path wasn't easy either. And what's happened in Arinthia? Okay, so do you know who I can speak with there?
One of Queen Narain's personal agents. Seek the Widow Namaskari by the road into the city, and I shall see you again at Pointe d'Arc.
Okay, small one. I'll go find her. Okay. Damn. I'm knee deep in pussy today. What the hell's going on here? I mean, I knew I was handsome, but not that handsome. I'm passable. Maybe. I don't know. But all the kitties seem to like me. Shit. I still need to see... Oh, I know where that's at. That's down on that creek side. I gotta jump off the cliff here. See if there's a book down here. Nope, 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 nope. There is a sack. Oh, that's empty. You cheap ass punks. Ah, I did get it. Okay. Now, let's go and go up. We'll just take the reverse way. There's a way up here somewhere. Try to reverse. It's like a steep incline. Oh, what was that? Oh, Nirnroot. Nirnroot. Or should I say Nerdroot? Just kidding. Their storm sounds shitty. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah. There's a waypoint up there. Okay, so we'll go. Oh, platinum. Bitch, motherfucker. Come on down here. I'm not gonna coddle you like your mom. I'm gonna kill your ass. Fuck you and your mama. Both.
My friend, you cannot imagine how grateful I am to see you. I have need of a veteran in the Queen's service today. What brings you to Orenthia?
Well, a priestess of the lunar clergy told me that I would find you out here.
A priestess of it. All right. Hey, we need to get things done here. Whatever brought you up the road, I'm not going to complain.
Well, you shouldn't. You don't look a gift horse in the mouth.
I have absolutely no idea why a lunar priest would send you to me. But I'll take all the help I can get. We've got a lot of work to do.
Okay. And how can I help?
Orenthia has been taken by invaders from the north, Colovians. I've been tasked to help the local resistance. It's a ragtag group led by a woman named Kazuma. We have a rough plan, but we need help. To start with, grab a uniform off of this scout.
Okay. I'm not grabbing a fucking uniform.
It's the hut with the lion statue at the bottom of the steps. Oh, and stop to listen to the propaganda illusion playing in the market square. It'll give you a sense of what we're up against.
Well, I guess I'll see you at the safe house then. You bring the wine, I'll bring the covers.
See you then.
I'm not grabbing no fucking uniforms. I hate these fucking quests where they want you to put a uniform on. God damn it. It's not gonna disappear till I take the fucking uniform. Sons of bitches. That's in the town. Okay. So, let's go all in. Let's sneak around like a sneaky sneak. Oops. Oops. What do you mean oops? Oopsie there. I didn't listen to no magical projection. What the fuck? Alright, if you say so. I just don't believe you. Oh, you take a heavy thing. Yeah, it's just an inconspicuous house. Kazira.
Like North Raptor, Arian Tajira, Blanco, Yaretna. Harry tells me to expect great things out of you. That's good. We'll go with that.
Well, what's the plan, Klein Mother?
The Corinthians have been deceived, and the truth will set us free. Gabriel has learned that this attack on the march was prompted by the Stonefire cult, word cultists at the beck and call of Javatar whispered in General Lavinia's ear.
Excuse me. Why will this information set you free? I don't understand.
Corinthians, northern force, are a fearful people. If they find out that their generals in league with the Daedric cult, their resolve will break. But Lavinia herself will never crack. We need to wring a confession out of her second.
Okay. And who's your second in command?
A centurion named Gavo. He runs the tower district for Lavinia. Gavo keeps a leash on his troops. Follows orders to a fault, and he keeps a tight schedule. Search the district for his plans, and we'll know just where to find him.
Okay. Alright, well, I'll figure out just where to find him, Clan Mother.
That part of the city is named for a large tower at the back of the district. Gariel will meet you there once you found what you're looking for. Go quickly. We have much to do, and we still have the name to sort out.
Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Aw, kitty, kitty, kitty. So cute. Sorry, I love dogs, but I love cats too. Oops. Son of a bitch. Ugh.
People of Arenthia, do not fear us. Comply with the instructions of my officers, and you will be treated fairly. We have no wish to harm you, and look forward to the day where we are all equals.
Yeah. Don't think so. Stop fucking yawning, damn it. These are not the droids you're looking for. Okay. Stop fucking yawning. Jesus H. Christ. I figure I'll record tonight until it's time for Gold Rush to start. Tonight is the season premiere of Gold Rush, and I am not going to miss it. I've got it set to record, but I like watching it while it's on. Finally, get a decent show back on TV. It doesn't appear to be what I'm seeking. Alright. Alrighty then. God damn it, stop. Ugh. It's gonna be nothing but fucking uniforms. I think this is the one I could never figure out how to get up there. Because there's really not a way once you go in this house to get upstairs. I don't think. Ah. This is not the droids you're looking for. Ah, there is a way to get upstairs. Okay. Sounded like a note from another Karen.
Me, my wifey, and daughter went to an unnamed big store that sells disassembled do-it-yourself furniture. You figure it out. My wife, not yet pregnant back then, goes in with our daughter to find something, or to ask something, I don't remember. I stay outside because it's windy, and I like that. While she's in there, I see an old man pushing a cart with a box on it towards the parking lot. He looks around and waves at me. I wave back. I figure, hey, I'm a unique creature in my neighborhood. This guy must know me. So I smile and wave. He then waves at me to go to him. Immediately I thought, this dude needs help with the box. And I was right. Help a friendly neighbor? Any day. I go there, and as I'm walking, I realize I haven't seen this man in my life. And it becomes apparent the second he begins the conversation. Old man. Young man, I was waving at you trying to get your attention all the way here. What are you so occupied by? Counting cracks in the pavement? I swear, this country is going to heck because they let people like you work. Baffled, I try to say something, but he interrupts me. Yeah, whatever. Keep your excuses for your supervisor in an hour. Now, get this box in my truck. And I say, no. Apparently, this is something he had never experienced, and he makes the famous Pikachu face. He tries to get in my face, at least I think he believes that's what he's doing. I can almost hear his neck crack as he tries to look up at me. Old man. And why not? Trying to gather evidence, I guess. Me. Because 1, I don't work here. 2, I don't know what's in that box. And 3, I don't know you. I still can't believe that he mistook me for a parking lot boy. Old man. I just bought that. I didn't steal it. And even if I did, you people are used to it. And I realized that I look like 2 Danny Trejos on top of each other without the face scars. He continues. I'm calling security to report you. To which I agree. Security comes. The old man is spitting words, trying to get his story across first. He still insists that I work there, and I refuse to help an elderly citizen, and I must be fired immediately. I explain that I'm just another customer like him, and it isn't my job to load boxes for every run-down guy in the parking lot. And at this point, the old man realizes this as well, but is standing his ground. What's the big deal? You must respect your elders, he said. I explained that I am certainly not helping an unknown man load an unknown box into an unknown car just like that. I could have helped him, yes, if only he'd asked nicely. But since he didn't, I won't. He continues saying that when an elderly says jump, I should only say how high. That refusing to help an elder must be punished. What has this country come to?
Well,
This new
I
generation.
think I have what we're looking
You
for
know the
here.
tirade. And at this point, I'm tired of his entitlement. I see my wife and daughter exit the store, and they're looking at us. And a light bulb in my mind goes, beep. I turn my back so the old man can't see me and put my finger on my mouth. Shush.
Well,
To them.
how are we going to do that?
She instantly knew something was going to happen. I quickly move towards them, grab my daughter, and start tickling her. She starts laughing, but it sounds more like screaming. I turn to the old man and shout to overcome the laughing and screaming. Excuse me, sir. Can you please hold them under this camera while I go get my windowless fan? He was stunned. He backed up so fast, I swear his hair closed in front of his face, deformed in horror and fear. Security guy frantically taps himself, looking for the radio. I drop my daughter to the ground, and she stops her screaming, looks at me and says, "Oh, Daddy, I will get you for this," while still laughing and clutching my hand. My wife can't hold it in and bursts out laughing hard. The old man looks so shocked that bees could make honey in his mouth by the time he was able to close it. And I just say 3 words. Now you know. Without a word, he walked away. Security gathers himself and says his 3 words. That was epic. We are still laughing about it. Taking a break when the boss says so. A few years ago, I was working in a small bar in a mall. I hadn't been there that long, but I knew the place well enough after a couple of weeks. Me and a girl who had also recently started working there had made a pretty good team. We worked 8-hour shifts together almost every day and had a nice flow going on. The manager had been looking for an assistant manager for a while and had decided to give the job to one of the waitresses who had been there a while. This is when everything started going wrong. The waitress turned assistant manager
What will you do while I'm
decided that she
talking
was
to
going
you?
to be telling everyone what to do and when to do it and how to do it. Now, the girl that I worked every day with and I had a good understanding of the day-to-day traffic coming into the bar. We knew when it was
Alright,
going to be
I'll get
quiet
up there.
and when it wasn't. So we made sure to take our breaks during the quiet times. It never sat dead on the middle of our shift. We'd just take them, knowing that we couldn't take them later, or we would be leaving one of us swamped. So, who are you? You look vaguely familiar. So she'd go for a half an hour, and then I would, and then she would the next day. The new assistant manager decided that wasn't right, and that we shouldn't be doing that, and that we should be taking the breaks in the middle of the shift. We both tried explaining to her that both of us taking a break at the same time was dumb, and that it was better to do it now, when it was quiet. But she knew better. She would take over bar duties while we were away. I guess she was seeing that it was dead and didn't think about it. Anyway, she really wants the bar cleaned, something we did every day anyway, but she wanted it done now, so we did. We didn't prep for the rush. We didn't do anything but clean the bar. About 2 hours later, the mad rush starts. There's 3 of us behind the bar, taking table orders for the waitresses and serving punters to those who sit at the table. It hits bang on the middle of our shift, and me and the girl put down our tools and left the bar. The new assistant manager was like, "What are you doing? You can't leave now." Me and the other girl told her, "This is what you wanted. We tried to tell you, but you didn't want to listen. So it's break time just like you said." We smiled, linked arms, and went off to enjoy some food together. We came back about half an hour later. The place was in shambles. Turns out, the new manager had very limited experience working a bar. She didn't know how the coffee machine worked. She didn't know how to pull Guinness. So the place was dead again. Most people just going elsewhere. She was super angry, calling us all the names under the sun, and that she was going to get us fired. Just an extreme rant, complete with finger pointing. And that just made us leave again. We both quit on the spot and left her to explain to the manager what had happened. We came back in later on in the week for our final pay and to return the t-shirt uniforms. Had to sit down with the manager and gave our
Yeah,
side of it.
it's
Manager
good to
wasn't
meet you.
impressed with any of us, which is fair enough. But I stand by what we did. We did everything to try and explain to the new assistant manager on that day, but she just wasn't hearing it.
Well,
She
I'm
wanted things to be
supposed to
done
get an
her
update
way,
on how
and
things
to
are
lord her
progressing.
new power on everyone.
We're taking stock of what we've managed to recover from the city.
Very good. You know, I think you'll do nicely, Centurion.
Nice work.
Think. Yeah.
Not bad, if I just say so myself.
Way to brain him.
Went down like a sack of eel jerky.
What the hell's eel jerky? Is that like beef jerky? Well, how do we get to Kazira?
You're going to love this. You're going to walk their commanding officer right past the damn Calorians, straight out the front gate.
Well, how am I going to do that?
Our mutual friend, Mr. Razendar, has this appreciation for the skies. He may have even shown you this earring he keeps around. It has a very simple illusion spell woven into it. No good for long-term missions, but perfect for quick infiltration.
Okay, so I'll appear as Guavo. Then what about Guavo?
I'm going to gag him and dress him as your prisoner. Then, like I said, you simply walk him out the front gate. Easy as lime. This will take just a minute. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Now to wake him up. Something salt should do the trick.
What happened? Who are you?
Another word and you're dead. Get up. This is your escort. Follow them and don't speak. You won't see me, but I'll be watching. Try anything and you'll be the first to die. Nod if you understand me. Such a good boy. He's all yours. I'll go on ahead, but I'll be nearby. Centurion Garbo.
Nice catch you have there, sir.
Let's go back to the nondescript house. Feel like I'm in the suburbs here. I'm trying to keep up with the Joneses. Yes, I am. Yow, 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 Kazira. Well, we have him, so what do we do with him?
Originally, we were going to force him out into the streets, make him confess to his soldiers firsthand. You'll find us a much more elegant way to see this done. We'll use their own illusions against them.
Okay, so how are we going to do that?
A crystal we found will allow us to imprint the fire under their projections. Garbo confess his connection to the Stonefire cult, and every Calorian in Arendia will see it firsthand.
Okay, that sounds good. What should I do?
It's only right. There are no more from Crystal. I'll interrogate Garbo, and Carriel will be on hand to ensure he cooperates. Just get the crystal pointed at him and ready to begin.
Okay, so I point to Crystal at Gavo? Got it.
Tell us what you're doing. Who is behind the attack on Orendia?
We are in league with the Stonefire cult. The cultists are here. They are hidden behind the walls of the temple district. They're performing a ritual, preparing the way for a dark anchor. They work to the dark orders of Demad Thar, the necromancer.
Just what we need.
Alrighty then.
I knew you'd be the weak link we needed. Well done.
Okay, so Question here. How do I imprint his confession on the illusions?
Take the crystal and head out to where Lavinia is spreading her message of tolerance and understanding. It should imprint the new illusion onto every stem in the city at once. Some kind of magical resonance, I think. I'm no mage.
Okay. So then what?
The Colovians will break. Lavinia's forces will scatter. The perfect time to cut off the snake's head. According to Carrion, the general's using my favorite inn as her own personal manse. Kill her, and we'll do the rest.
Okay. So you're going to retake the city? Is that what's going on?
Yes, you'll marshal the resistance when you move out. And next time I pay homage to Joan and Joe, I plan to do so in a Bria Regia. Good luck, Clan. Good luck, Frisco.
All right. Well, good luck, Clan Mother.
You'll do good work out there. I feel it in my bones. Once the Colovians are forced to face the truth, they'll scatter to the winds.
Yes, they will. Thank you, Clan Mother. Where was that? Oh, there it was, up here.
People of Arenthia, do not fear us. Comply with the instructions of my officers, and you will be treated fairly.
Kill Lavinia. Where? Oh, she's over there. Okay.
The base is almost done.
Only the ritual remains. You're too late. The Dark Anchor shall be created.
Want that bitch? Hey, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Oh, you're dead. Where's your Dark Anchor now, bitch? Why would Beats be sitting on the fucking floor? Aha! Boom! Yay, 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 I saved another city. Working for the band every night and day. Ah. Dude, stop standing where you're gonna get hit. You fucking dick. Now you caused me to have a bounty, you fucking prick.
Please, don't let them kill me.
Okay, well, what's going on here?
Surrender. Gavo's confessions. Lavinia is a traitor and a blasphemer. Please. She's dead, isn't she? This was belonged to my father. I never wanted any of this.
Okay, well then why have you surrendered yourself?
I was tending to some of our injured when the fighters came upon us. I surrendered to buy the injured time to flee. All of us that still hold the aid in our hands abandoned this dangerous plot. We want nothing to do with Lavinia's treachery. I thank you for your mercy. I won't be any trouble. Mara's breath, may the aid keep you safe.
I am now disreputable. So, no longer kill on sight. Oh, fuck me running.